going to talk about knowing what is right for you when you go to make your New Year's resolutions. Knowing what's right. We're also I am talking to and from people who are really sensitive to energy, emotion, feeling. So when they go to do something, when we go to do something, we can feel energy of resistance within us. If we've tried to do new things in the past, taken on too much at once, and had these feelings kind of despair or very uncomfortable feelings, we're really hesitant to move forward because we do not want to feel those feelings. We feel them so intensely. Now, that would be like a day when you're feeling all the lower emotions, the stuff that you're carrying it's stored within you. But there are also these days where you're in your high creativity. So this is one of the things that we experience once you kind of break the barrier and you go into your creativity, like your creative mind, and you know highly intuitive, creative. No universe is too small sometimes. You navigate broad and wide. Great ideas, bright ideas, big ideas. But are they right for you? So something very big can be really, you're high on it. Your energy is high. So you got these energy highs and lows that you go through, and you feel all of them. And you know what? The creative ones feel really, really good. That high creativity feels awesome. I used to say, I just don't want to get out of this part of my mind. But you have to come down to earth, to get things done. Or when you do come down from those creative highs and you get back down, those creative highs, I always looked at them as being like the penthouse. I'm in the penthouse, I can see far and wide. And then you hit the lows, so this energy of, you know, kind of everyday, maybe a lot of people, you hit the low, it's like being in the basement of despair. Things are just not as interesting and exciting. And more than anything, being so sensitive to that energy that's stored within us, um, it's not real motivating. You may do things kind of in drudgery. You go through the motions. So, how do you navigate highs and lows? How do you learn to actually have some say so in this? Yeah, that is you learning how your energy mastery. So those energies that we take on, the stuff stored in our subconscious mind, the stuff that we're born into, it is with us. And as sensitive, you're just sensitive to that energy. When you go to make your moves forward, progressive moves forward, it is when you run into the bank of energy that's stored within your subconscious mind. Okay, so what do you do? Well, you get some tools and you learn how to get rid of that stuff, how to transform that energy. And that can be done. So those are within reach. If you're listening to this and saying, what the heck do? You just trapped? No. No, you can clear that energy. Definitely you can clear that energy. It's my whole life's been about learning about that energy, how to clear it. So we're going to talk about the bright ideas that might come from our creative minds, or sometimes being so porous. Remember, feeling everything. We pick up energy from other people. We pick up thought from other people. I'm going to tell you a really funny thing. Well, I've experienced this and I think it's funny. Walking down the street and all of a sudden you go, oh, I want a hamburger. And then you walk a few feet forward and go, no, I don't. It's like you walked past somebody with the energy of wanting something and you think it's your thought. And this happens a lot in ways we don't notice. Anyway, so in the area of bright ideas, Have you picked up an idea, elevating idea? It's kind of interesting and awesome and really get your attention. You know, sometimes in the marketing speak, it's like, oh, the bright and shiny ideas, bright and shiny things. But is it yours? Does it fit you? How do you know? Good question, huh? Yeah. So navigating this whole thing of one, getting in your creative mind, how do you get your creative juices going? Well, you have to start the flywheel, start journaling or something. You'll break through all the muck and mar, a bunch of garbage will come out. You'll eventually get around to getting some ideas out. You just need to persevere through that. Yeah, you can do it. The other part of that is knowing one that is a good fit. So you have all this stuff coming out, you're writing it down, but is it a fit for you? Do you have the energy in your body that will support this idea? Is it too big? It's like we're going into fairy tales. Too big, too small, just right. So you want the just right that you have motive force for. So how do you know, the question is, how do I pick the just right? That idea, okay, I like that idea. Um, it's seemingly from me. Hmm. And do I feel the passion in my body running, from deep in my groin through my body? Do I feel like energized, my power center enlivened? Most of all, is my heart really into this? And this is really the starting place, connecting with your heart. So, what you ideally want to do is get very connected with your heart. Here's something that happens when we go to connect with our heart. Often we connect with, or we have to pass through the the mishaps of the human heart, maybe pain, things that have happened, and it's kind of shrouding that sacred heart within us that we need to put our attention on to get it to come alive. And so if we get masterful, and it's not really hard, in connecting with our hearts first, enlivening from the heart, and then looking for the bright idea, maybe journaling them, and then seeing how your energy feels in your body about it. And is it too big of a bite to take on? Remember that taking on those big bites, right, is what becomes the thing that causes intense overwhelm that sensitive souls, it can stop you in your tracks. Well, that's my little chit chat for today on New Year's resolution for us empaths, sensitive souls, dear hearts. And I'll see you again tomorrow.